Morning, Sister T. I think Tux is under the house. I saw him go under there a minute ago. Oh, how you doing? You- Cheers. He's taking a little. I'm not putting out any Ziwi today because I'd have to open up a new case. I have 3 full cases left. Today I'm going to have 1 bowl of his leftovers from yesterday, 1 fresh Fancy Feast, and 1 of Simon's cans. It's 3/4 of a can that has been in the fridge for like a couple days. Simon likes his food fresh. Oh. He still ain't eating. I was hoping he'd beat the bowl right now. I told y'all this was gonna happen. I have 2 case though. I have yeah, 2 cases of that food. I said as soon as I buy it in bulk, he'll stop eating it. Oh, I know why. That was my bad. I picked it up because I thought I was going outside just in case Sweet Pea jumped the fence. I needed to know she didn't eat any of it while I was outside. I had the bowl picked up. I put it down. He started eating it. He already ate a little bit, but I had to bring the bowl to him to the couch to get him to eat it. Like I was holding the bowl while he was eating. Simon deserves all of it through fucking 14 years of living with me. Simon deserves to be treated like a king. I'm not the easiest person to live with, man. Hell, I mean, my fucking family doesn't even talk to me, so that says a lot. I can't ever hold down a job. Uh, I, I go through friends like like they're disposable. I gotta get back on track again. Go, go back to the person that those people sub to because apparently I changed it. It's something different. Or they changed. Oh, shit. I think I changed though. I'm not as happy when I lost all my money. When I lost all my crypto. I changed. I fucking turned into an alcoholic and I got extremely cynical and grouchy about everything. I mean, I lost everything. I was gonna buy a house. I lost fucking $60,000. I've lost over $100,000 total on crypto. So I don't know, man. I'm just not happy. fucked up. Thought I was gonna be rich. What the fuck? I think she's been sniffing the tape roller I brought in for the past, like, however long I've been gone. Luckily, she's not licking the tape. The sticky part, she likes to lick sticky off. So apparently, they're not very hungry today. They don't like any of. Well, it looks like Tux number 2 might start eating Simon's new food, which is the far right one. But, no, ran off. He started coming closer. He jumped on top of the wall and sat there. And then I figured he'd be eaten by now because I left. Tux went in the backyard. The other cat was still out there. But the middle food is what? Oh, she came back down there and then went back up. Or he, I mean, that's a he. Both of those cats are he's. The other one just looks like a female compared to Tux. I guess it could be, that's why I call it Tux number 2 because they're both males. She has this amazement with water bottles. Ready? Oh, what? He drop kicked the dish. I'm about to look at it. That's what happened. That's Tuck's number two, though. That one's more skittish. Tuck's probably scared him. I thought he did it on purpose. That's why I was like, what the? I was literally gone the whole time that all that was happening. So if I would have been recording it or whatever, I'd have never known how. So that might be clippable. I never react. What the fuck? What? Hey, mama. This is what I'm looking at. Anybody's curious? What the fuck? What? So it was gonna eat it like that, huh? I didn't see this part either. Hey, yeah, you know better, don't you, Simon? What's he doing? He's climbing up the blind, chewing on it. Oh man, okay, no, I missed that. I missed out. Y'all are distracting the shit. Oh, she didn't like it though. She didn't like it, or he didn't like his food. Interesting. Simon has such a weird taste, dude. Nobody likes his food that he ever likes. Well, Sleepy might. He really took off though, but he didn't go far. He just stayed right down the sidewalk. I was eating fancy feast beef pate. But Tux, where'd he come from? Underneath the house? No. Yeah, maybe. wonder why he's not really acting hungry, but he's just so friendly. I was trying to get that other cat to come to me right here. He's like, oh, hell no. That is duck. Sensitive stomach. Sensitive skin and stomach duck. I don't know, maybe they don't get along. And then he went in the backyard with me, rolled on his side and on his back, and wanted me to pet his belly. And then I opened the door, and Simon was right there, so I had to like, I didn't rub his belly because I don't want him getting too comfortable with walking up to the back door like that. Because of situations where Simon's standing there. One of my fears is them all of a sudden getting in a cat fight back there. Oh my god, dude. That would be bad. I would be fucking freaking out internally, just trying to hose them down with water. Oh my god, that'd be really bad though. Especially if they went all in. This Tux is a scrapper. Simon's got old man strength. Okay, we're gonna start bowl number one. Bowl number two is Tux's leftovers from yesterday. Oh, yeah, come on, at least spell Mel bowl number three, man. Hey, mom will eat it. All right. Mama likes it. Mom will eat anything. Or was Mikey actually picky and he liked it? The what was that cereal? Life? And cereals really took off in the 80s, didn't they? Well, why was that? Why were there so many different cereals? I mean, there still are, but a lot of those brands are still around. I guess Life had probably been around for a while. It's just their advertising started blowing up in the 80s, probably. It seems like an old school cereal. Very interesting texture to it. Because it's like a Chex, but more dense, more layers. Here? It's interesting. They're kind of skipping over the food that was in the fridge all night. Oh, but the other one was too. But it was in the fridge after being eaten from. Oh, really? Come on, mama. Oh, it's one of those tasted duck. I can go to bed now. He's either leaving or I guess you could just be standing right there. Well, I'll go find out then.
Draw. Wait, progress.
Or just a PC only? I need to know.
Okay, PUBG collect golden egg.
I've been feeling kind of bad about going off and doing it in front of his family the other day. I'm sorry, man.
Eggs this December. This December is going to be a blast, and we aren't just talking about Sandhawk Destruction coming update 33.1, which is Tuesday night, Wednesday morning for PC, the following week for console. Watch the walkthrough and get a sneak peek on how you can complete missions to collect eggs and trade them for exciting rewards. Oh boy! All right, let's take a little look. See here. I'm going boom, boom.
Sounds gay.
Up, full screen. What we got?
Let's go
PUBG.
FOMO.
Knows how to crack an egg or two. How to join the Golden Egg event. Start now. Now. Method 1. Enter webpage event.
I mean,
you can do the lobby banner.
He wants to do with his free time with his
lobby
family and my business. He was pissing me off because of how he was playing. First thing I latched on to, but it's like, I don't know. They got a whole family of gamers. Whatever. I was just trying to pick at something because he was pissing me off, you know. But I don't know, if I had a family, who knows, maybe we would all play video games together. I don't know how it would actually be. I've been thinking about it. It bothered me that I picked that. I should have picked something else, like, oh, your whole family is watching you play like shit, though. Is that what I picked? That might have been what I picked. I don't know. I think I picked something else, so kind of than that. I should have stayed on that. Like, they realize you're leaving your team over and over, and maybe I did mention that a couple times.
Banner or PUBG.com. Log in. Hit log in up top up here. When you get logged in, go to Creator Appreciation Program. Click on that. Enter code CDOM. Help support your boy. And then come do this free stuff. Craft and log in. Join the event. Golden Egg Survival Mission. Survival mission literally just means survive, even by spectating your teammates. Golden Egg Collection Calendar. Log in and collect free stuff. Contraband coupons. Golden eggs. Yay!
Yeah, they're not going to be giving us hardly anything.
Ooh,
probably.
The olive branch pan. That's pretty rare. That's a rare pan. 50,000 G coin. What? Lucky draw. Wait, progressive AK. What? They're re-releasing the Santa Claus AKM and Mini 14? Number of winners. Entries this week. My entries. So it's like a raffle? Bossa Casual Bundle.
Whack.
Cheer Legend Bundle. Red Suede Prep Set Festive
That's whack that it's a random shit. You just spin your eggs and I get shit. Of course they're doing it like that. Look at that. Look at that bullshit. Man, that's whack.
Oh.
Man, come on.
It's literally a slot machine.
Right? That's some bullshit.
It's literally a slot machine, bro. They've come full circle.
That's horrible, man.
They're literally putting a slot machine in the game. Only thing better than a chicken dinner is a chicken breakfast.
What the fuck?
All right. Sandhawk Destruction. Oh. Looking
they can't
very
give
much
us anything, can they?
Sandhawk update. This is all free, which means it's all good. You're not going to hear any complaints out of me. It's all free. So this is going to be play the game as you normally would.
It's not free,
and literally
dude.
have the potential
Time isn't free.
to get all kinds of free contraband coupons and
the reason why I'm saying
50,000 G coin. Hello.
The reason why I'm saying that is because they're doing this to get people to waste more of their time playing the game, right? And that time that you're like thinking, hoping I'll get something, it's only hope. It's not a guarantee, and that's bullshit, man. At least if we're gonna fucking put our time in, that's like going to work and your boss being like, you gotta pull the lever when you're done. We'll see how much I owe you. Like, I don't want to come to work then. Like it makes the event kind of shit for me. It makes the event like, well, I mean, it was kind of cool, and now, and I bet I'm not the only one, dude. There's no way I'm the only one.
It's $500. Olive branch pan, progressive AKM, mini 14, and the stat tracking jungle card, like some dope skins, all for potentially free. But I had to laugh at it's literally pull. It's literally the CS loot box. Yeah, it actually is. It's like the Counter-Strike loot box. So wait, what? I go look right here. 4,200 credits. It costs 1,000 credits per pull, so you could do this pull 4 times. Yes, 3,200.
How hard is it to get that many of them?
What does this mean? You get nothing pan? Is that what I'm saying? Yeah, it's literally. It's cry a little bit, cry a lot harder, cry a little bit, pan, you're dead. Pan. It's not even like here's some BP, thanks for playing. No, get fucked. That's funny, man. Okay, so that's all coming.
That pan is the highest 4th, thing. Right? That's so ridiculous.
Wednesday for PC,
I'd rather have 50,000
December
Bitcoin.
12th or 13th for console. So that's going to be some good free stuff. I'll obviously do a follow-up video when it actually drops, and we'll showcase how to log in and get registered.
And
but I wanted to go back a couple clicks. I thought I saw something. This right here. Let's see. Here is the Sandhawk map. Look at this. Now, keep in mind, this could just be for video purposes, but look how the map is drawn up. It says pre-destruction, right? So this is the 2D map of Sandhawk, which actually looks different, doesn't it? These roads are like much more discernible and outlined, it looks like. And this is boot camp, right? So boot camp, the big open field, that's a city, that's the cave, the shipyard, this is the quarry area, paradise.
Oh.
For the most part, these all look the same. Like, these towns don't look like they're any different. But look at all the destruction over here.
They're all fire.
Like, I don't know if the map will actually show, like, smoke to signify a building's been blown up. But they sure seem to put that a lot of shit's on fire. Like, all the bridges, every one of the bridges. But that one's not. But, like, even these big bridges are blown up. Like, it's looking pretty intense.
You can see for the bridge.
I am excited to see how in-depth they make it, man. Mark your calendars. This Wednesday, that'll be dropping. It legit does look cool. And I look forward to testing it out. So I'll be live Wednesday checking this stuff out. Probably have air raids like Karakin. Well, so that's a good point. We really don't know yet. Everyone's kind of been speculating. It would make a lot of sense if they finally brought the Karakin Black Zone to another map. It would make a lot of sense because that hasn't been in any other map since. And it's by far a better feature than the red zone. Like, everyone universally agrees. The red zone's pretty much useless and annoying at this point. Some people say they don't mind it, but I mean, it's useless and annoying. The black zone that actually causes destruction and physical missiles that come down that you can dodge and stuff. Very, very cool. So that would be cool if that did the same thing on this map. Or if nothing else, again, you're just destroying stuff with the mortars and panzers and grenades and whatnot. So looking forward to it. I'll be live Wednesday for it. Today's Sunday, so no stream Monday, Tuesday. And then I'll be live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, okay? This is like an urgent reminder. 1 day is left remaining to do a number of the free events in PUBG and to get the progressive M24 creator code Sedum hideout contraband chroma or progressive skin. 1 day is remaining. So if you don't act like now at the time of this video or tomorrow morning, you have 24 hours essentially, this crate goes bye-bye, and there may be another chance someday to get the M24 or the Chroma, but there's no guarantees on that. So just know that you have very limited time to act if you are wanting to act. Not to mention, you have the same amount of time on the, what you call it, here, up the top left, you see these? These are the special coupons for the black market event, and you got those in the Survivor Pass. So those are the special coupons from the Survivor Pass, and I think there's a couple ones that you can earn in here, maybe, if I remember correctly. Maybe you couldn't actually get them in here. No, okay, I lied. You couldn't get them in there. But anyway, in the Survivor Pass, these black market vouchers, these are free openings that you have on the hideout crates, and you can only use that voucher on this crate. You can't use it on any of these other crates. So those will also expire in 1 day. Oh, 1 day, 21 hours and 53 minutes. So technically, maybe almost 2 days left, like a day, you know, a day in 21 hours, a day in 21 hours, 21. So anyway, don't forget, because if you wake up 2 days from now, go to log in and this is gone, then your coupons are gone. You can't get the crate, you lost your coupon. So don't be that dumb. Make sure to use them before they expire. And then that brings me to my other point, was the workshop. If you're in the specialty crafting section, you do have extra time here. You have 6 days from today to use your coupons. So I have 4,005 tokens, and I'm either going to need to buy some tokens in the store, go to buy, boom, and then buy one of these bundles to get some tokens. I either need to do that, or I need to just settle and pick a progressive skin that I'm going to dismantle because I already own those, and I would then dismantle that skin, and then I would still have, like, what, I guess I could buy 2 progressive skins with 4,000 tokens and then dismantle them, or I could get, you know, any number of this stuff here, like the artisan tokens. This is actually a really good deal. For 750 tokens, you get 100 artisan tokens. The artisan tokens are used here for any of these specialty skins. So if you're looking to pick up an extra rare set, that's a good place to do it. And I'm kind of leaning on maybe trying to get the Chroma one more time in a hideout opening. Then if I don't get it, I think I'm just going to pick 2 progressive skins out of this area and dismantle them. I think that's kind of where I'm at. And in fact, maybe we do a little crate opening tonight. A little, I don't know, $50 or $100 crate opening tonight. Give it one last hoorah. See what we can come up with. And then that way I can make my decision to dismantle 2 of these or buy one of the progressives. Before I do that, though, about ready? Okay. I need to give the wife her IVF shot that we've been doing. So I'm going to put some content on for you guys. My boy Mike Stan's online. We can steal some free content from Stan. Let me give him a shout out here. You guys already don't follow Mike Stan as my boy. Go show him some love.
The Bahamas Bog.
And I will BRB. Okay. All right. The shot is injected. Mission accomplished, ladies and gentlemen. We got to do that shot every night between 7 and 8 p.m. or 7 and 9 p.m. Excuse me. We have to do that shot literally every night for the next 7 weeks. I think 8 weeks if we're lucky.
That mean they're fucking a lot? He's just like low-key bragging. Like, yeah, I gotta get the wife the old fucking shot. You know, we're fucking a lot, baby. I gotta give it to her for the next 7 weeks, hopefully 8, hopefully 9. I don't know how many weeks we gotta go, but I hope the longer the better, you know. But I am getting kind of sore down there. Ah, baby, come on. I don't know how much I can do. He left that in the clip. You know I'm getting mine. A couple times a day and night. Oh my god. Probably gonna be tired of it. That's why he's probably like, man, hopefully only 8 days because I never thought I'd be so sexed out. And I was trying to live my life, you know. I can't get to bed all the time. I know somebody that's in Georgia that's at one of those protests. He's Georgian. He posted something to his Instagram at one of them. Kind of neat. Mm-hmm. Well, the best weed I got in Austria was from that dude. He worked for the government. He had been on their TV too. He was kind of famous. And a musician. I guess he's back in Georgia now. What's the deal with it? Like, people don't want them to join the EU? They're upset about it? I haven't looked into it. I should. I know it's they're joining the EU, but like, why? Like, it must be that. Why are they so upset about it? Free travel now. Like, Georgia wasn't part of the Schengen or whatever, Schengen, and not being in the EU or that, like, travel isn't free. Have it. No, don't do that. Dude, I'm glad I got her for jumping that time.
Here at 6, thieves spending nearly 2 days ransacking and destroying an arcade in San Bernardino.
Oh.
In the end, the burglars got away with thousands of dollars worth of equipment. The owner tells us he believes he knows who did it.
Excuse my French, but whoever did this.
Fed up, Will Luna shows the damage done to his arcade in San Bernardino.
Look, they took our register.
Luna opened the Extraordinaire arcade 2 years ago. He says on Wednesday night, thieves broke in and spent nearly 2 days, including Thanksgiving night, ransacking the place.
Disappointed. I felt violated, angry as hell. All this stuff going on at once.
According to Luna, the burglars got away with nearly $16,000 worth of stuff, including several PlayStation gaming consoles, cameras, television gaming monitors, cash register, and an X-Men arcade game.
It's worth about $3,000 around there. It's about a 500-pound machine, and it was missing. The entire machine was gone. I couldn't believe that they actually took that machine out of here.
Luna says although the thieves stole his security camera system, another camera caught them taking the large X-Men machine out. Another photo shows some of the suspected thieves getting in a car. Luna says the thieves also tried to break into a business next door. But what shocked him most is he thinks he recognized some of the people from a nearby homeless encampment.
I'm watching the videos and I see the same swag, the same walk. I'm like, okay, that's such and such, and that's such and such. Wow, I couldn't believe he did that as much as I looked out for him.
Luna says since the break-in, he was able to recover some of his stuff.
And I found my stuff over there in that same encampment. And then what I found was computer boards that belong to my games. They're worth $500 and up. There was 2 of them over there. The snacks and drinks I sell, that was over there. My popcorn machine, the bags that I put popcorn, that was over there.
The arcade games and gaming consoles have taken Luna years to collect.
Wow.
And in just hours, they were gone. Now it'll take him a few more days to replace what he can for now.
There's really nothing out here family orientated for them to do.
I
know the few that provide that for them, and people love this place.
Well, the arcade plans to reopen by Wednesday. Police are investigating but have not made any arrests.
Sucks, dude, because like arcades are actually dying. We used to have like a day, I think it was a Dave and Buster's out here at the Pike, and they closed it down. I would take dates there, play video games, get a little drunk and play video games, have some appetizers. Well, it was Thanksgiving, I guess, so everything was like pretty shut down. People were doing their own things at home. Nick Shirley went to Seattle. Donald Trump reacts to the pardon. What did he say about it? Well, I just want to know what he said, man. Come on, bro. All this. Why are you wasting my time? It's crazy the president to do that. He wouldn't do it for the Tiger King. He must be guilty of. Really? But what? Now he's a good boy. Now he's a sweet boy. Leave my sweet boy son alone. You were attacking me because of him because of me. No! I can't. Don't stop talking. I can't read the fucking chat. I can't read anything. I hate it when they do this with the news. Yeah, even after he got sober. Bullshit, it was singled out just because he was your son. Why was Trump singled out? Because he was your opponent? Right now he's gonna get nothing. He should at least get some fucking probation or some shit so they watch his ass. Could it? But maybe not. Yeah, and if they have, they need to fucking pay. They don't get out of jail free card just because he was a president. Trump didn't. Why was that on the screen so fast? There's a pardon given by. Oh, this is, dude, this is the reason why the title of this was Donald Trump's response to it. They give it to us in the very last, it's 328 of 351. So the last 20 seconds, 30 seconds. All right. Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been in prison for years, such as an abuse and miscarriage of justice? They flashed that on the screen pretty fast. That's it. Yeah. Everything from the Biden shit they left on the screen for at least twice as long as what they left for what? The damn title is Donald Trump reacts to Joe Biden's pardoning of his son Hunter Biden. Forbes is some dumb shit for that, dude. The news agencies, sometimes they'll make you wait like halfway through the story. They gave it to us in the last 3 seconds of the story. Forbes is the same one that you had to like sign up for their website to get their news from them because they're so awesome, I guess. Like a trial period to look at their news. But if you're dumb enough to buy the news or dumb enough to believe Forbes is good news, I guess. You have to pay for news. That's kind of weird. Put a paywall up for the news. A concert celebrating the holiday
particularly nice tree. This year, we had the privilege to work closely with the San Carlos Forestry Group, and I'd like to take a moment to just personally thank the San Carlos Forestry leader, Cassie Moses, and her team for helping to identify, procure, and get it here. And then we turn it over, and then they get it in the building somehow, Governor. I don't know how that happens either, but it happens. Thank you, Cassie and team. This could not have happened without you. So on behalf of the Arizona State Forestry team, I wish you all a season filled with joy, peace, and connection to the natural wonders of Arizona. Thank you all for allowing us to be part of this meaningful celebration and the opportunity to facilitate this gift from the San Carlos people to Governor Hobbs and the people of Arizona. With that, it's my privilege to turn it over to Cassie Moses from the San Carlos Apache Tribe. And Cassie, I'll turn it over to you. Thank you.
There should be a gay flag in the background right now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cassie Moses. I am the forest manager for the San Carlos Apache Tribe. On behalf of Chairman Rambler, I am here to spread a little joy and remarks from the San Carlos Apache Tribe. I want to start off with a reminder that this tree is a reminder that
celebrate
the
Christmas?
spirit of giving and the tribe's rich cultural heritage in Arizona. As Chairman Rambler stated in his press release, the central way of life for the Apaches is to strive for a state of gonjo, or a harmony within the natural world. Our tribal lands include the beautiful Ponderosa pine forest, which serves as a spiritual and cultural value for the people. It was an honor to welcome Governor Hobbs and her team to the Pointe Pines area. For the individuals that were able to attend, they were given the opportunity to have acorn dumplings, a side of squash, and tortillas for lunch. For some of them, this was their first time ever tasting such delicious food, which was served as lunch with her team. We know this tree will be used to spread holiday warmth and cheer with everyone in the great state of Arizona. Let it be a reminder that the natural beauty that exists within our great state and the deep roots that the San Carlos Apaches have in this region. With that said, everyone from San Carlos would like to wish you all a happy, healthy, and safe holidays. With that said, I will turn my time now over to Rabbi Schneider. Thank you.
They must have to do a lot to acorn because they're supposed to be bitter, right? I think I tried one when I was a kid.
Thank you, Governor Hobbs, and everyone in the administration for this invitation. My name is Rabbi Jeremy Schneider. I am the president of the Board of Rabbis of Greater Phoenix. I'm also the spiritual leader of Temple Kolami in Scottsdale, and this is Cantor Noah Sha'ashua, our also colleague at Kolami.
What's happening?
I've been asked to speak for a moment about Hanukkah. And I'm guessing that when I spoke last year at this event, it wasn't clear, so they invited me back to try again. So let me put it to you this way. Hanukkah is like your battery at 10%, and you're concerned it's going to last the day, and instead it lasted 8 days. That would be a miracle in and of itself, and that would be a holiday you would want to celebrate. But anyway, the true story of Hanukkah is the story of recapturing, restoring, and rededication of the ancient temple in Jerusalem, which was desecrated by the ancient Greeks in the 2nd century before the Common Era. It is a timeless story of miracles, of a small, courageous band of warriors fighting for the values and their religious freedom. And indeed, it is also the story of the miracle of that small jar of oil that was found among the temple wreckage. And it should have lasted only a day, but it burned brightly for 8 days.
Maybe they're hallucinating.
The flame of faith that burns from tragedy to persecution.
And they misjudged how much was left.
The spirit of survival and resilience that endures. And indeed, it has endured.
Maybe
today we recall this miracle by lighting the menorah.
That week.
We sing Hanukkah songs, we spin the dreidel, and we put an unhealthy emphasis on
something else had gotten in the
cooking
oil.
Foods in oil, such as potato pancakes or donuts. As we light this menorah, may we light to recall the courage of the Maccabees who fought for religious freedom.
Maybe the flame was smaller than normal.
May we light to recall those who serve our country and defend freedom even today. And may we light for the blessing of freedom of religious expression.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe the oil thing.
Of the United States of America, of the United States of America and the great state of Arizona. I pray the fullness of the light from this menorah, combined with the fullness of the light of the Christmas tree,
they don't believe
will shine
in the Jesus
even
God.
brighter during the darkest time of this
Jewish
year.
people believe in some weird shit,
May these combined bright lights shine on the darkness of anti-Semitism and hatred, for it only takes a little light to dispel a lot of darkness.
Hey, why is the tail green? That's what we are. Maybe it's a miracle? Yeah, okay. How come none of these miracles happen nowadays? God just gave up on us? Remember when those people were drinking toilet water that was dripping from the Jesus? They thought it was some miracle? Now that we can record things really well, you know, and we got videos of everything that we think's a UFO, but no miracles are happening. God just said, you know what, you the motherfuckers are on your own now. Fuck y'all. I never liked y'all anyway. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. But and why are so many Jewish people stingy
Arizona officials
and don't try to help out
the Christmas tree for
people
the
in need,
holiday season, and also hearing from some of the
same lives
Jewish
that they used to
officials
live
as
almost
well there. I also
extreme
wanted to
poverty,
share this live
like
look
eating
with you
crackers for
before we go
breakfast
to
and
break.
shit.
Take a look at this. This is a live look from London, England, as they are now putting up all of their Christmas decorations right there. You can see the door of 10 Downing Street. That's where the Prime Minister is. And you can also see a beautiful Christmas tree right there in the distance. And it does look like there is a photo opportunity with the photographer there standing by to take some photos. We are going to step away for a 2-minute break here on Live Now from Fox. Much more coverage to come.
How is
Stay
it
with
dark?
us.
I'm really kind of like confused now. Oh, from the military, get your dick chopped off. Do you wanna be a tranny tonight? Join the Navy. See the world, see the world. Oh, 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 oh. Got my dick topped off last week, now I'm on my way to boot camp. Can't wait to show the other boys what I've become. A female, I'm a real woman. I'm a real woman. Serve in the U.S. Navy. Gonna get all the penis on board. Oh, that's scary, actually. This would be like my song, even though it didn't rhyme. Cut their penis off so they can get the penis, the other penis on board the ship. You know, cause check this out. When I was in, it was kind of a known thing that if you were a female joining the Navy, you're a little hoish. Because, you're joining the Navy. You're joining a group of, you know you're about to go out to sea probably with a bunch of
Welcome
dudes that
back
are
to
going to be
Live
starting to
Now
get
from
horny.
Fox. I'm Stephanie Quinue. We are
Definitely
continuing
fucking
to
award
follow
show.
some breaking news out of the Middle East. You're taking a live look right here at Beirut, Lebanon, and it is nightfall here. The latest is this.
I wonder if they're allowed to have
has
relationships
fired
on
into
ship,
a
though. That was never on an
disputed
integrated
border zone
ship.
held by Israel on Monday. This is the
Maybe.
militants' first attack since
Dangerous,
its ceasefire
though.
with Israel that took hold last week
All of a sudden they
after
start
Lebanon
fighting.
accused Israel of violating the truce more than 50 times in recent days. The Israeli military said 2 projectiles were launched to a disputed Israeli-held territory known as the Sheba
They're there
Farms
anyway.
in Lebanon, where the borders of Lebanon, Syria, and Israel meet. Israel said the projectiles fell in open areas and no injuries were reported. Now, Hezbollah said in a statement that it fired on an Israeli military position in the area as a, quote, defensive and warning response after what it called repeated violations of the ceasefire deal by Israel. It said complaints to mediators tasked with monitoring the ceasefire, quote, were futile in stopping those violations. Now, the U.S. and French brokered ceasefire came into effect on Wednesday, calling for a 60-day halt in fighting aimed to end more than a year of exchanges of fire between Hezbollah and Israel. Since then, Israel has carried out a number of strikes in Lebanon, most recently on Monday when a drone strike killed a man on a motorcycle in southern Lebanon and another hit a Lebanese Army bulldozer in a town there, wounding the soldier. The Lebanese army had stayed on the sidelines of the war between Israel and Hezbollah. Israel, though, says the strikes are in response to Hezbollah violations of the ceasefire, although they did not give specifics. Now, during the 60-day period, both Israel and Hezbollah are to withdraw from southern Lebanon. Hezbollah is supposed to pull back to north of one of the rivers there, about 30 kilometers from the Israeli-Lebanese border. The site of Monday's drone strike on the Lebanese army bulldozer was far north of that river. Meanwhile, on Saturday, 2 people were killed in an airstrike at a local province. We did want to share that very latest breaking news as we are continuing to follow all of the developments as Hezbollah has fired into a disputed border zone held by Israel. This happened moments ago. This is the militant group's first attack since its ceasefire with Israel took hold last week after Lebanon accused Israel of violating the truce more than 50 times in recent days. As of now, we have not heard a response from the Israeli military. Of course, we will bring that to you as it does happen, as we do continue to follow all of these developments. Meantime, we are going to continue our coverage here. We do have an update to a story that we first brought you this morning, and I wanted to share that update with you right now. This is a statement from Amazon discussing the labor dispute. Now, earlier this morning, we did bring you an interview discussing a labor controversy between Amazon and some of its workers across the globe, including in countries like India and Germany. We did want to bring you an update on that story, with Amazon responding to labor discussions in a number of countries where demonstrations and other actions focusing on the global retailer had been announced. We discussed the situation in depth in an interview with a legal expert earlier, and here we do have Amazon's statement, which is attributed to Eileen Hards, an Amazon spokesperson. For more background, the weekend's planned labor action was organized by a group called UNI Global Union and Progressive International. Regarding that group, Amazon in its statement says, quote, and I did want to share that with you. I'm going to bring that up right now. Quote, this group is being intentionally misleading and continues to promote a false narrative. The fact is at Amazon, we provide great pay, great benefits, and great opportunities all from day one. We've created more than 1.5 million jobs around the world and counting, and we provide a modern, safe, and engaging workplace, whether you work in an office or at one of our operations buildings, end quote. And to continue with that update for you, in addition to that statement above, Amazon also noted that no strikes are currently currently happening and that there were no strikes here in the United States at any point between Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Addressing investments here in the United States, Amazon also adds that they have recently announced a more than $2 billion commitment to increase pay for fulfillment and transportation employees in the U.S., in addition to the company touting benefits made to its domestic employees, including its health coverage, 401k benefits, paid leave, and other offerings for its workers. Now, as we know, today is Cyber Monday. It's a day that many industry experts consider to be the biggest day of the year when it comes to online shopping. That term, Cyber Monday, it was actually first coined back in 2005 by the National Retail Federation, and the online shopping blitz falls each year on the Monday after Thanksgiving. So today, of course, the success of Cyber Monday is expected to continue with Adobe Analytics. They're the ones that track online shopping. They're expecting consumers to spend a record $13.2 billion today. That is 6.1% more than last year. That would make it the season's and the year's biggest shopping day for e-commerce. Online spending is expected to peak between the hours of 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. tonight. That's according to Adobe, reaching an estimated $15.7 million spent every minute. That is just absolutely incredible. But we did want to share that very latest news with you as we continue to follow all of these developments. Meantime, I also wanted to share another story with you as it relates to Elton John. Elton John making an announcement saying that he has lost his eyesight. A lot of folks absolutely shocked by this. But Elton John making that statement over the weekend. The legendary singer revealing this news while he was addressing the crowd at a charity event after the Sunday premiere of the new musical, The Devil Wears Prada. This took place at the Dominion Theatre in London, England. Now, Elton, he wrote the composition for the play, which is based on the popular 2006 film about a young assistant trying to survive her treacherous boss at a fashion magazine, Anne Hathaway, playing that young assistant. And, of course, the renowned Meryl Streep playing her, quote, treacherous boss. During Elton John's speech, he told the audience, he shared this news saying that he was actually unable to watch many of the play's previews because he had lost his eyesight. He said, quote, "It's hard for me to see it, but I love to hear it. And boy, it sounded good tonight." Now, you may remember back in September, so just a number of months ago, Elton announced on Instagram that he contracted an infection that resulted in limited vision in one eye. At the time, he said that he was healing, but, quote, "It's an extremely slow process and it will take some time before sight returns to the impacted eye." Unfortunately, that never happened, and now it does appear that he has lost eyesight in perhaps both of his eyes. Making that announcement at the opening night of The Devil Wears Prada in London yesterday, opening up to the audience, saying that he wasn't able to go to many of the previews because he lost his eyesight. He was enjoying listening to that. Elton John is 77 years old, disclosing in September that he had an infection that left him with only limited vision in one eye. And now it does appear that he has just completely lost his eyesight, but saying in many of the interviews that he has lived a very blessed life. We are going to step away for a 2-minute break here on Live Now from Fox. Time right now is 11:46 Eastern, 8:46 Pacific. Before we let you go, though, I wanted to share this because we are always monitoring these live streams coming in to our Live Now from Fox newsroom. This is a live look from inside the White House, where we are expecting to hear from First Lady Jill Biden. And what a beautiful view that is, as the White House is completely decorated for Christmas right there. So we're going to step away for that 2-minute break, continuing to monitor this live event along with many others.
The military, get the dick chopped off.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm Stephanie Quinu, and we do have a new live feed that I wanted to share with you right now. This is a live look right here from Angola. This is Air Force One, as President Biden has now landed in Angola to talk about a major railway project. So he's landed here for a trip that will deliver on a promise to visit Africa during his presidency and focus on a major U.S.-backed railway project that aims to divert critical minerals away from China. Now, this project, partially funded with a U.S. loan, links the resource-rich Democratic Republic of Congo and Zambia to the Angolan port of Lobito on the Atlantic Ocean, offering a fast and efficient route for exports to the West. Now, at stake are just enormous supplies of minerals like copper and cobalt, which are found in Congo and are a key component of batteries and other electronics. China is the top player in Congo, which has become an increasing concern to Washington. China signed an agreement with Tanzania and Zambia back in September to revive a rival railway line to Africa's eastern coast. So we wanted to share that with you, as this is a major development as President Biden now landing in Angola. You're taking a live look at Air Force One right there to deliver on a promise to visit Africa during his presidency, and also focus on a major U.S.-backed railway project that aims to divert critical minerals away from China. We are going to step away for our final 2-minute break of the hour, continuing to follow a number of other live events. One that takes us back to the White House. In fact, this is a live look right here inside the White House, as we are expecting First Lady Jill Biden to speak. We do see a podium right there, right in front of the fireplace. We haven't seen her yet. We're continuing to monitor this live event, as well as a number of others. Another major story, of course, that we are continuing to follow is the weather. And you can see that snowflakes are still flying right here. This is Salamanca, New York. We have been sharing this live look with you for hours now, and really the snow has just not stopped. This is the Great Lakes region. They have been impacted for days by this major SO system. We were speaking with a Fox weather meteorologist, Bob Van Dillen, actually a short time ago, saying it will be several days more. We're talking feet of snow. And of course, the Great Lakes region, no stranger to lake effect snow, but this takes the cake. All right, we're going to step away for that 2-minute break. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. Welcome, one and all, to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. I'm your host, The Report. I think that massive corn, 60 shares, it's available to the direction last year. Will that hold true this time around? Only one way to find out. Let's do it. 2024, McRib, going in.
They changed it?
No cuts this time around. We're just going to let the camera roll. I think I'll take about one more bite.
I just want to know what's different about it than normal. It looks bigger. Like the meat, does a meat patty normally come off the ends like that? It was hanging off both ends, I think. They want you to really think you're getting. Well, there must be. Oh, you know what it is? China's buying less pork from us. They thought that was going to be a problem. See, pork is produced long before it's needed. And China had a swine flu outbreak and caused them to need to import tons of pork from us. And that is since starting to subside, and they're not exporting or importing as much as they were. I bet that's why that fucker looks bigger. They used to be that big, did they? I bet pork's cheaper now. Pork prices are probably coming down in America because they have an abundance of it, and people see pork as an unhealthy meat here. Unlike China, they don't give a shit. They eat everything. I mean, we do too, but like pork is not eaten nearly as much as chicken and beef here.
For the sake of doing a demonstration, I think I'll actually go ahead and I'll just cut it in half. Just, you know, if you're really curious. I know some people have mixed feelings about seeing the bite, and I really understand. I get it. Some people, you know, just don't want to see the part that I gnaw.
Maybe there's even less soy in it, or no soy.
This is, what the cross-section.
All fork now?
Formal. It's a little slippery, but you can sort of see right there what it looks like. You know, I gotta say, I understand in the world of fast food, they say your mileage may vary. And there's a whole lot of truth to that. I'll even say that myself, you know, that sometimes it could vary from one place to the next, you know. One establishment can do it one way, and it could vary visit to visit, etc. So I just review what I get, and that's that. That's the only way you could really do it these days. I'm impressed. I really am. This is, with so much variability for the McRib. Like I said, in the last 3 years, 2 of those 3, the quality was absolutely abysmal. And then the last year, there was some improvement, but it still wasn't perfect, you know. It's just it improved in some ways at the detraction of others. This might be the best McRib that I've had. I kid you not. I mean, I genuinely kid you not. You might be saying, it's 2024. I mean, you gotta be kidding me, review, brah. You serious? That this is actually the best one you've had? But, I mean, this is up there. The first McRib that I ever had was back in 2018. And it might come as a surprise, you know, because it's such an iconic item, but honestly, the McRib never really...
You ever heard of the Isle of Man TT motorcycle racing? It's crazier than that F1 shit. Pretty fucking crazy. This is real time. It's sped up. You do this? No, I can't even ride a motorcycle. You know, I wouldn't want to do this. This is too dangerous. I'm trying to fucking die over this shit. All it takes is one malfunction with the machine. I just don't know if I trust it that much. People that do this shit have been riding motorcycles their entire life. It's just wild to me how they're like, able to pass each other going so freaking fast. And it's just like the road is so skinny, it's so curvy. I'd be nervous if the other dude was gonna bump me, man. You can barely even see the turn when it's coming up. Yeah, well, it's definitely not gonna happen. They got it all. The whole island knows about this shit happening. It's like what the Isle of Man is known for doing these motorcycle races. Pretty much a racetrack. You are very persistent, Simon. That's it here, huh? He still hasn't even done a lap. The title of this is Last Lap. How long a lap is. Everything you see is different. He has to memorize every turn. He's going this fast, and if the lap still takes 8 minutes. this is definitely, this is probably the craziest racing that is done for anything. Oh man. Doesn't even look real, right? It's so fast it looks like it's sped up. No kind of fucking body protection is going to save you from this. You already hit a tree or fall off going this fast. Skid, because you would skid into something hard. Being so close. It's like he's in a fucking. It's like he's in outer space doing light speed or something. See the stars going past? It's so dark, man. That would be bro. Hard to see the turns. I think this thing probably started as a bicycle race. Getting really close to everything. Someone said, forget winning, even surviving this race would be the greatest achievement in a man's life. I put my helmet on while watching this video to keep safe. Oh, I didn't even notice he fixed the camera angle at 647. I'll go into 200 miles. Oh, he did. Look at this. That's why it did that. Oh, okay. Damn.
Many people view it as the real kickoff to the holiday season. And I'm talking, of course, about the Hollywood Christmas Parade. Fox 11's Hal Eisner was out there with the crowds, the kids, and the celebrities. And we take him live so we can hear all about it. Hal.
And so much fun. Let me give you a few numbers here. 110 celebrities, 13 four-story character balloons, 12 bands, movie cars, and so much more. That was this year's Hollywood Christmas Parade. Ah, 'tis the season, and this year's 3.5-mile parade down Hollywood Boulevard had so much going on. Big, tall balloons. That's the Grinch. There's the Cat in the Hat. And these pandas, they're in the Hollywood Christmas Parade for the first time. This is the 92nd anniversary of the Hollywood Christmas Parade. Over those years, so many different groups like this, so many marching bands, so many military groups, so many famous faces.
But it's so exciting to see the kids all happy.
Actress Frances Fisher, Lou Ferrigno.
But the thing I like the most is the instant gratification for the fans. Put a smile on their face, they get excited.
They certainly did for this famous face, actor Jeremy Renner. This year's Grand Marshal.
Let it be the Grand Marshal of this parade. Just to me, just means it represents magic, represents love.
After the accident in which he was crushed by a snowplow that toppled over on him in January of 2023, he credits his fans, his friends, and his family for his recovery.
There's a lot of people that made me believe in something that I didn't know that existed, and I got reinstalled in my faith in humanity.
And one more thing from host Laura McKenzie and actor Dean Cain. Sorry, couldn't help myself. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Where? Everywhere you go. And everywhere we went, it felt like Christmas was in the air. And as always, this year's Hollywood Christmas Parade supported the Marines Toys for Tots program, which is 77 years old. In Hollywood, Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News.
Is that close to your age, Hal? Just kidding.
Is that close to where?
Your age. And I'm just teasing.
I thought I heard you say that.
All right, well, thank you very much, Hal Eisner. Meantime, we used a little Christmas magic to make sure that we could see Haley Winslow with weather. Hey.
Extra day, hey, Northwest, welcome.
In this rant in the future, so stay tuned. And in this part, I want to thank the range partners, Urne Precision, High Quality Rifles, and the King Competition, the best shotgun caddies on the market. And today, I want to break some records. So load well to the shotgun. According to internet, it's the fastest time so far, but I found it in the YouTube was about 8 seconds. It's the 2023 now, shotgun world shoot in Thailand is coming in the couple of weeks, so I believe we all are in the good condition and we can be much faster nowadays. I will grab 4 ammo at a time, put it in 3 times, so totally 12, and let's see how fast I can be. And I will use a timer, so I will shoot once, load, shoot once, so we can get exactly the loading time for that. I will start with the 2 ammo in the gun. So, let's see. Booyah! Yes, safety on. It was 4.3 seconds. Whoop. I believe nowadays it's the fastest time. So fast, it makes 1.4 something to load one. And everything under 1.5 seconds is fast. So, thank you for watching and stay tuned, you will find more videos here.
Meantime, here in New York City, a shocking new ICE report revealing the full extent of the city's migrant crime crisis. There are reportedly over 58,000 migrants with felony records or facing criminal charges in New York City, and over 660,000 throughout our country. Cherie Murray is a former New York State GOP committeewoman, a member of the Black Americans for Trump coalition, and is a New York City business owner. She joins me now. Great to have you back on the program. Your reaction to these absolutely stunning numbers?
Well, it's a pleasure to be with you this morning, Todd. It's unnerving, to say the least. I mean, we've seen what happens across the country when illegal migrants commit crimes. In the case of Laken Riley, unfortunately, she did not survive, and that case was that criminal was let go here in New York City. And so, I just call on City Hall lawmakers to really just loosen up our sanctuary city policies, and they can do that.
And there has been sort of some indication that maybe Mayor Adams is inclined to do that, but we need hard and fast action, to your point. And I think New York Republican Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis spells that out, slamming the Dems over this report. It is shocking that Democrats have gone so far out of their way to harbor gang members, drug traffickers, and other criminals who are in our country illegally. They need to stop using New Yorkers' hard-earned tax dollars to shield criminals wreaking havoc on our streets, and instead cooperate with ICE to have them deported. Cherie, have we reached the tipping point on where New Yorkers are with this? Whether they're eventually going to vote out the far-left politicians who codified this sanctuary city madness that allows these migrant criminals to roam free without any consequences? Have we reached that point, Cherie?
I think we have, and to your point, Todd, the far-left Marxist former mayor, Bill de Blasio, is the one who did codify this. But, in 2025, we do have the city council elections coming up where New York City voters can vote out left-leaning city council members who want to have a sanctuary city policy in place. And so, I just call on your viewers, New York City voters, taxpayers alike, to really just wake up and see that left-leaning Democratic lawmakers do not have the best interests of our tax dollars and our safety in mind.
And as you pointed out, it is not just a New York City problem that we are talking about, because as we saw in the Laken Riley case, that started in New York City and went down to Georgia, and then we have the horrible tragedy on our hand. Before we let you go, New York City reportedly paying the Pakistani government $220 million to house illegal immigrants in the city. Incoming DOJ co-chair Vivek Ramaswamy says this is not good, blasting the situation. Quote, a taxpayer-funded hotel for illegal migrants is owned by the Pakistani government, which means New York City taxpayers are effectively paying a foreign government to house illegals in our own country. Wow. This is nuts. How does this happen, Cherie?
Well, again, it's the left-leaning policies. Look at the Biden administration. Their open border crisis has brought this upon our country now that our tax-paying dollars are footing the bill for migrants, their health care, their education. And so it's just abhorrent And we really, I'm excited that President Trump is coming in, and I'm hoping that Mayor Adams works with the incoming administration to just work with, the federal government, including the incoming FBI leadership and ICE and Tom Homan, and so that we can really combat, the percentage of illegal gang members and criminals that has made their way into our country.
And how about we not pay the Pakistani government to house them on New York soil, a place I walk by every single day as I go to the train. Sherry Murray, thank you for your time. Appreciate your insight.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most
he's convicted.
So I've answered this question before. It was this one, and so we'll see.
Okay. Let me go back to the
this one, and so we'll see.
Okay. Let me go back to the first question of the briefing. I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
Well, is there?
I just said no. I just answered.
The president pardon or commute his son if he's convicted?
So I've answered this question before. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was very clear, and I said no. Go ahead, Mary.
Thanks, Green. You said that President Biden was familiar with what his son was going to say on Capitol Hill. If I called my dad and said, I am about to violate a congressional subpoena, he'd probably say, son, you shouldn't do that. Was there any attempt by President Biden to talk Hunter out of it today?
You're going to call your dad Steve?
Call him Dad, usually.
Look, I don't have anything else to add. The president was familiar with what Hunter was going to say today. Look, he's proud of his son. He and the First Lady are proud of his son, how he's rebuilding his life back. He's going to focus on what is needed on the American people. Hunter, and I've said this many times, is a private citizen. And so certainly I would have to refer you to his representatives. I'm just not going to get into private conversations because what you're asking me is actually a private conversation. I'm just not going to get into it.
First briefing since Hunter was indicted again in Los Angeles. Why doesn't President Biden just pardon him?
President, I've been very clear. The president's not going to pardon his son.
And one more about these this Ukraine money for border policy negotiations. In the last 24 hours, 10,000 illegal border crossings, southwest border. Would you admit that the border policy, the Biden border policy so far has not worked?
What I will say is that we have known for decades, that the immigration policy is, the immigration system is broken. We've said that over and over again. That has been Republican administration and Democratic administration. That is not unheard of. That is what we have seen for the past couple of decades. The president has put forth a comprehensive immigration policy legislation on his first day to deal with this issue. Republicans refuse. They refuse to deal with this issue. It's been almost 3 years since he put forth that legislation. So we're going to do what we can do from here, but we have said this is something that needs to be dealt with in a bipartisan way,
About 1,000 of these illegal border crossers every day are getting away to parts unknown in the U.S. Does the president think that is a national security risk?
Here's what I'll say. One of the ways that we also have to look at this is what congressional Republicans have refused to do. They refused to support previous requests from the president. What they've asked to do actually hurts the issue, hurts the problem that we're seeing at the border. It's clear.
Okay.
I do. I think the American people do.
For several weeks, the White House has said, multiple times that the president was not going to leave the race. He ultimately did. You've also said several times that the president would not pardon or commute the sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Thank you, Crane. So picking up on Zeke.
Yeah, sure.
For such a monumental decision, the president did address why he left the race.
Well, thank you.
But he left a lot of it for us to read between the lines. He did not make clear why he's leaving the race. Even in the excerpts that you bring up, he says that the best way forward is to pass the torch to a new generation. Is he saying it's because he was too old? In another one, he said that it was for the sake of democracy. That does not answer why he thought he was in the way of democracy. Why did he make this decision?
A new generation, and he also said the next sentence was to unite. It's also to unite the nation. It's aggression, and that's what I'm going to speak to. Okay.
Thanks, Corinne. I have two questions on pardons. The first, does the president intend to pardon any administration officials or people that Trump has threatened with any sort of legal actions? He's got 74 days, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I know pardons is going to be a big part of the questions that I get here over the next several weeks and couple of months that we have. I don't have anything to share or any thought process on pardons. Once we have something to share, we certainly will share that.
Secondly, his son, Hunter, is also up for being sentenced next month. Does the president have any intention of pardoning him?
We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no.
You mentioned 2 MOUs.
Yeah.
Can you give us a flavor of what might be subsequent MOUs that might be coming up?
I was talking about the transition and how that there's 2 MOUs that are related to the Transition Act, Transition Presidential Act, and that's what I was speaking to. I don't have anything else beyond that. This is part of the Transition Presidential Act, and that's what I was speaking of. I just wanted to make sure that there was an understanding that there's 2 MOUs. I don't have anything beyond that. Okay.
Is the president still...
Thank you, Corinne. Did President Biden invite Vice President Harris to this meeting with Donald Trump tomorrow?
This is a meeting with the president and the president-elect. This is the norm, that the incoming president and the current president sit down in the Oval Office and have a discussion, and that's what you're going to see tomorrow, is the norm, what we normally would see when we are talking about a peaceful transition of power.
President Biden says that he's not going to pardon his son, Hunter. Is he going to ask Donald Trump to do that?
I don't have anything else to share about that. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole on this. I've been very clear. The president's been very clear when we've been asked this question.
And we know that at some point during the last Trump transition, then President Obama warned Trump that the biggest threat to the U.S. at the time was North Korea. Is President Biden going to run through what he sees the biggest threats to the country are with Donald Trump?
I am not going to get into a specific agenda of what they're going to discuss. And this is very much to the question that I got from MJ. What does the president what's the message he wants to send tomorrow? And it is to the American people. The importance of keeping the norms, the importance of having a transition that is going to be efficient. This is what the American people deserve. And that's the message. And I think when you all come into the Oval Office tomorrow, you do the pool spray, you capture that moment. That is an important message to send to the American people. That's what the president cares about. I'm not going to get into details about any conversation or agenda.
And we know that today, a week after the election, President Biden and Vice President Harris had a private lunch. How awkward was that?
I don't even understand. Why would it be awkward?
Because
why would it
the president
be,
got squeezed out for her,
you,
and then she kept him at arm's length, and then she lost, and now she's back.
Why would you characterize it as awkward? They have regular lunches. They meet and talk regularly. Why would you call it awkward?
So there's no weirdness about the way that things have unfolded since
Did you see them?
21st.
Did you see them together yesterday as well, when they honored our veterans and were together during the day, making sure that we didn't forget the brave men and women that fought for this country? Did you see them together yesterday? Did you see the show of force together? This is. I'm not even going to take the premise of the question. What I will say is the president and the vice president had lunch today. They've had lunch many times. They communicate with each other regularly. They had an opportunity to discuss the last 70 days or so of this administration, how important it is to get things done for the American people. And that's their focus. That is genuinely their focus.
Is it? Oh man, the other one.
At a global climate
You're not going to believe it. We thought we had the show set, and then this happened last night. Fox News alert, President Biden's pardoning his son, Hunter, excusing any offenses the first son may have committed over the past decade.
Madeline Rivera is at the White House with the latest for us. Hey, Madeline.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Well, this is a big 180 for a president who has long said he will follow the rule of law. But the president says he changed his mind because he believes Hunter's charges were meant to break him politically. In a statement, the president says, in part, here's the truth. I believe in the justice system, but as I have wrestled with this, I also believe raw politics has infected this process, and it led to a miscarriage of justice. Hunter was supposed to have sentencing hearings on December 12th for his gun case and December 16th for his tax case. All of those now gone. But the president's pardon doesn't just cover these offenses. It covers any crime the first son may have committed between January 2014 to December 2024. And that time frame is notable given that Hunter joined the board of Burisma Holdings in 2014, and he has been scrutinized for his foreign business dealings. The president says he made this decision over the weekend while spending Thanksgiving holiday with his family. But NBC, which was the first to report this news, says the president had been talking about the possibility of pardoning Hunter with his close aides as far back as June, when Hunter was convicted on those gun charges. As for whether we'll get any on-camera comments from the White House on this, there is no press briefing for the next few days, with the president abroad for his long-awaited trip to Angola. Karine Jean-Pierre and National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby will gaggle on board Air Force One today. Still, that is off camera. And remember, the president held no news conferences when he had those international summits last month in Peru and Brazil. Lauren, Steve, Ryan, and Ainsley, rather.
All right, Madeline, thank you very much.
You got it.
Maddie, unfazed by the cold weather. I mean, she does the same
She's ready
at
for
60 as she does in 30.
And she ran to the White House.
Oh, really? That's fantastic. So we knew this was going to happen, but we just couldn't believe the audacious way it did happen. Number one, I think it took almost zero courage. You do it on a Sunday and then go to Angola and then take your press secretary with you. So no press conferences. Just let the chips fall where they may. Pardoning your son, to me, is not shocking. Roger Clinton getting pardoned by Bill Clinton, not shocking. but never admitting that you were going to do it, saying definitively you wouldn't do it, and then going ahead and doing it. And then the letter that followed to explain what went into it is just full of holes and inconsistencies that I think leave him wide open and leave his party susceptible
Brian,
to further damage.
in that letter, he said, quote, "I have followed a simple principle, just tell the American people the truth." No, you lied to us so many times, but about this specifically. You said you were not going to pardon your son. You said it over and over and over. You said you didn't know anything about your son's his businesses. You never discuss it. Then there's video or pictures of you playing golf with his business associates. You said you didn't know anything about your brother with Burisma, but he lied about this, and I think he was always going to pardon. He just lied because he was running for president, and he didn't want that to hurt him and affect the election.
He decided over the weekend.
Yeah,
so
but listen to this. Here's why I think that he thought about it, and he knew he was going to do this. The sentencing for Hunter is in a few days, December 12th. The sentencing for the California case is on December 16th. So you have the Delaware case and California case within the next few days. So I think he said, I've got to do this now. And he pardoned him for 10 years. January 1st, 2014, 4 months later, he started working for Burisma.
So, Ainsley, speaking of lies, the Daily Signal puts it this way, talking about some of the lies that have been said from the White House podium. It's transitory. Inflation. Afghanistan was a success. The border is secure. Robert Hur lied. Biden's fine. Those videos are cheap fakes. Biden had jet lag. Biden had a cold. Biden isn't going to be replaced. Biden isn't going to pardon Hunter. The great thing about this is that now it seems like the president of the United States agrees with Donald Trump that there's corruption within the FBI and the Department of Justice.
He said the exact opposite.
So maybe we can get something done about it. Now, finally, we're all on the same page now, so maybe we can get a new regime in to change this corruption that he says.
Well, and Brian, you brought up the fact that on the way out, Bill Clinton pardoned his half-brother, Roger, for cocaine. On the way out, Donald Trump pardoned his son-in-law, Jared's father, Charles. But what's unique about this case is both of those people had served time already. They'd already done their jail time. This is to avoid jail time because he has not been sentenced yet. And so this is just essentially a gigantic get-out-of-jail-free card. Axios says they've got to break down why Joe Biden did this now. And what it says is for years, this actually kind of makes sense. For years, Joe Biden has felt guilty because he became president and brought scrutiny upon Hunter Biden. And there were investigations and all that stuff. And so Biden and Biden's family believe that the attacks on Hunter ultimately were meant to push him into relapse and imperil Joe's.
You got to be
kidding.
You've got to be.
Give me a break. He had more opportunities than most kids ever do.
I am simply explaining their rationale for doing it at this time. So in other words, Joe Biden felt bad that his presidency caused Hunter Biden to get investigated.
But is Axios saying that's their theory, or are they saying that's the Biden theory?
That's what I said. So Joe Biden and the family feel that Hunter, they believe that he was attacked. They were attacking Hunter to push him into relapse and imperil Joe's presidency.
Everybody from all different sides. It's such nonsense when you have people from all different backgrounds that have had people that had disabilities when it comes to the drug addiction. No one's even talking about that. People are talking about the corruption and explain that to all the men that you put behind bars when you signed the crime bill, and now you want sympathy for your son. You had no problem locking up all these other men back in the day after you authored a bill. So spare me with the, this is because pushing him into relapse. No one even is talking about that.
And along the way to finding his international business dealing, we found hookers and crack.
Yeah.
But only thing people care about,
and he put that out,
is the Romanian billionaire, the Ukrainian Burisma deal, the Moscow mayor's wife, the millions coming out of China and the diamond rings. Those are the things that happen. By the way, this is the most luxurious crack addiction ever. With crack, usually your life goes down. The more crack he did, his life went up and millions came spiraling in. The fact is he didn't pay taxes on it was an additional red flag.
Well, you know what, Brian, what you just detailed, those are things we know of. Essentially, this pardon, this unconditional pardon, excuses him from anything he did, and that includes the stuff we know about and the stuff we don't know about, ultimately. And earlier it was brought up that Joe has put his entire political party, the Democrats, in a pickle. Think about the Democrats. What did they do to Joe Biden? They got rid of him, running for president, and now I don't think he cares.
Well, he was. I think
it is revenge. Absolutely.
I think he was going to do it regardless. I mean, they just lied about it. Whether he became president or not, the son was not going to serve one day in jail, which is why the media should have been a king to what was going to happen. I mean, they asked the question, so I give them some credit for that, but they said he's an honest guy. This is a guy that would never do that. And by the way, the White House sold us 2 stories. They said that Hunter Biden was a successful businessman and also that he was an addict as well. So the smartest man in the room that was also severely addicted to drugs. You cannot have it both ways. Either he was a successful businessman that had all these connections, or he was addicted. Can't be both.
I think also he thinks that as a dad, maybe he's afraid to lose another son, and that's why he wants to take care of this son. That's more important to him than watching his son have consequences for breaking the law. And also, I shouldn't be, but I am just floored at the just lie.
Yeah.
I'm floored that he told us over and over, I am not going to pardon him. So I thought, well, wait a minute. I don't think he's going to just let his son go to prison. So maybe he's assuming that Kamala will win. Maybe they have a deal. Kamala will pardon him in January. That way he can continue to say, I'm not going to pardon, I'm not going to pardon. But then you look at the sentencing. The sentencing is in a few days for Delaware and for California.
Just a coincidence.
It's right before that is when he decides to pardon.
It's just a coincidence, Ainsley. He was thinking about it over the weekend.
Over the weekend.
Yeah.
He planned this all along.
Honey, you know what? I can't have any more cranberry sauce. Right. By the way, give me the paperwork. I'm going to pardon Hunter. And you might as well tell him.
Well, we knew it was coming because just before the pardon, Hunter Biden's attorneys put out a 52-page paper called The Political Prosecutions of Hunter Biden. So it's like, okay, that pops out. Next thing you know, his dad says, I feel guilty about Hunter getting dragged through the muck, and so I've done this.
It's only political when it comes to Hunter Biden. Who knew that they were above reproach with everything else, but when it comes to Hunter Biden, then suddenly they become political.
Well, when President Trump tries to pardon the J6ers, I think he's going to have a lot less pushback. Right. He's going to say, you know what? I looked at it. They suffered enough. They actually went to jail.
Well,
so,
Brian, it's not if he wants it. He's definitely going to do it now. Yeah. He has all the political cover to do it right now. After this, no time, and these people have already served some time. You got a praying grandmother that was praying outside of the Capitol or right inside of the Capitol, and she's doing 10 years, I think. So, I mean, you can see the pardons coming.
Yeah, this is crazy. We have so much on this show.
And listen, Hunter had every opportunity under the sun. I read his ex-wife's book, Kathleen's book, and wow. I know it's just her side of the story, but what he put his family through and his children through and his ex-wife through is unbelievable.
And we saw that at the trial, and it was hugely embarrassing to all the Bidens, and this essentially puts that all to rest. Or does it?
Right. I would say this. One of the reasons Michelle Obama is not really tight with the Biden
because of this
is because they were tight with Beau's wife and his wife, and they saw the way they just kicked her to the curb. Yeah. She's probably out there with London's daughter. What's the daughter's name?
Navy. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe.
Tomorrow, California set to hold a special session. Governor Newsom called for it just days after Donald Trump won the election.
Well, we are wondering what exactly is a special session and what will it do for our state? Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell has a closer look.
President-elect Donald Trump has made it very clear he has no plans to allow California to serve as the resistant state during his second term. Trump posting on Truth Social about Governor Newsom, he is using the term Trump-proof as a way of stopping all of the great things that can be done to make California great again. But I just overwhelmingly won the election. People are being forced to leave due to his and others' insane policy decisions. So in response to that, Governor Newsom has called a special session, which begins tomorrow, but will really take shape early next year before Trump is sworn in. The goal, to secure millions of dollars in funding to pay for lawsuits against the Trump administration. During Trump's first term, California filed more than 120 lawsuits.
California has built up a strategy based on what happened the first time around. And certainly that provides, an educated guess of where things may be going over the next 4 years, a blueprint for how to react, but the factors are different this time around.
Republicans control the Senate, the House of Representatives, and although Trump lost California to Kamala Harris by 20 points, Trump made gains in the state, losing to President Biden by 29 points back in 2020. In 2024, almost every California county shifted toward Trump. California Attorney General Rob Bonta says his office has been preparing for a second Trump term for months, and if the new administration breaks the law, the AG's office will take legal action. For example, on immigration, SB 54 prevents the federal government from using local and state law enforcement for immigration raids.
If it's going to get done, they need to do it themselves. And so local law enforcement and state law enforcement cannot, they are prohibited under state law, cooperate with federal authorities when it comes to immigration enforcement in the state of California. That's the law.
But former LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva tells Eyewitness News refusing to assist doesn't mean California will be able to stop everything the federal government tries to do.
How do we separate the ones that are here to harm versus the ones that came here looking for a better life? And that's something the Trump administration is going to have to do, and it's not going to be easy. And here at the local level, if they come with warrants, criminal warrants, well then all of the local law enforcement has to cooperate with criminal warrants. There's no exception to that.
Besides immigration, California is also preparing for its policies on reproductive rights and environmental protections to be under attack. Over the past 30 years, there's been 35 special sessions.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel. And download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.
We have some shocking new video of an alarming problem at our southern border. Border Patrol and Texas DPS agents have encountered more than 100 unaccompanied minors crossing into the U.S. over just the past week. Some of them barely older than toddler age, carrying only a slip of paper with an address. And last week we told you about this 4-year-old. She is from Honduras. She was found alone at the border, having been smuggled by coyotes all the way through Central America. News Nation's Jorge Ventura is live with the very latest. Jorge, what are we learning about this little girl's journey?
So, Nicole, I did speak with the mother again yesterday for another update of that 4-year-old girl from Honduras. And the mother is telling me that she is still desperately waiting from a phone call from U.S. immigration officials on when exactly her daughter will be released to her. Yesterday marks 1 week since the little girl has been in federal immigration custody. Now, the mother actually now sending me new photos of her daughter. Take a look at these images here. Now, these pictures were actually taken by a human smuggler in Mexico who was responsible for smuggling her daughter across the U.S. border. The smuggler provided updates to the mother along the journey through Mexico and occasionally actually allowed her daughter to FaceTime her. Now, I want to take you to this image here. The little girl can be seen wearing a red shirt saying, "I love my mom." And behind her, Nicole, it does appear there's other children, including a toddler. We did blur the toddler face. It looks like the 4-year-old girl was in a stash house in Mexico, and the children behind her are likely to also be smuggled into the U.S. alone at some point. Now, according to the mother, the smuggler actually stopped answering her calls and providing updates to her when they reached Monterrey, Mexico. For a second, she did believe that her daughter was kidnapped or going unaccounted for. It wasn't until U.S. immigration officials called her to let her know that her daughter is in their custody right now. Nicole, we're still waiting for more updates, and we're still tracking the little girl's release.
I think it's her daughter.
So, Jorge, talk about this apparent surge. Why does this seem to be happening now?
So, Nicole, I've been speaking with my contacts in Mexico who say that smugglers are right now, we're seeing that surge right now in Maverick County. So right across Maverick County is Piedras Negras, Texas. It's an area that's controlled by criminal smugglers. It doesn't have that strong cartel presence. And yesterday morning, once again, Texas DPS troopers encountered another large group of migrants. We're talking about around 170. That group also containing unaccompanied minors as well. We also want to take you to Del Rio, Texas. That's in Val Verde County, right next to Maverick County. Troopers received And this image from a border surveillance camera showing a man carrying a child across the Rio Grande, and during a traffic stop, troopers did discover a 5-year-old girl who had been smuggled into the U.S., matching that same description from the surveillance image. Now, the child was in the vehicle with her mother, Dolores Lopez, a Mexican national living in North Carolina, she told authorities. She also told authorities that she paid around $8,000 to a smuggling organization she found online to bring her daughter to the U.S. Troopers arrested and charged the smuggler is Mexican national Roman Ibarra Rojo. Now, Texas DPS says they are doing a follow-up investigation and could also bring charges to the mother. That right now is still being reviewed by the DA in Valverde County. But as you can see, Nicole, here in Texas, they're continuing to see that surge of unaccompanied children despite illegal migrant crossings down here in the Lone Star State.
All right, Jorge Ventura live for us there in Texas. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
Well, that's it for me for today. Thanks for hanging out. As long as it's tea, everybody else, anybody else. Northwest, Media, Mark Hopper, 30 YYZ. Have a great day. Happy Monday. And you too. Thanks for holding it down, sister. Bye.
another one.